Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. What is up, everyone? Oh my goodness. Polar Family just dropping a bunch of comments in before I even get here. And even a super sticker from Taz Tracy before we even go live. Thank you so much for the 99 cents, brother. You are in the lead. Look, and all this extra YouTube stuff that I've gotten because of the monetization now, I'm all new to it. So just give me time to do a little research and see what I got to do with all this. Prime time's in here. What is up? Terrence Sullivan, good brother. So yeah, as we get into this, you know what to do, folks. Check out all the links in the description. So many different ways to support the show. The merch link in the description for the shop is through Saturday now. Today through Saturday, you get 15% off in the merch shop. That link in the description. Go get yourself some Smash This Podcast merch. Oh my goodness, the kitties are making themselves known in the office tonight. Look out, they are just here to cause some trouble. I know it. What else? All the links in the description. You can give them a follow. No matter where you're watching from, give it a follow, give it a sub. You can cheer bits. You can do the super sticker, all that lovely stuff. So, and my favorite nephew in the chat. Family's doing good, brother. Family's doing good. Courtney's in here. Joey Z. A lovely little audience forming. Great to see. I don't have much as far as actual news. I've been trying to keep up with it, but honestly, at times there's so much, it just makes your head spin a little bit. But I will talk about this. Violet, hey, what's up? So I've been waiting for this one for a couple months because I pre-ordered this a while back while it was up for pre-order, and I finally got this. One of a few things I pre-ordered in the mail. It's like you order them and then you forget you had them. So I got this lovely gentleman in the mail. Try to do this without a reflection from the lamp. The Micro Brawler, the Loose Cannon, Brian Pillman. And what's cool about this is this new packaging is like, I've got a few for display back here, as you can see, but that's the old soft plastic kind with the little hanger cardboard top. This is a great kind for display. And what's also good is if you want to open it, the cardboard, you can peel back the plastic on the back here. See, it's got the little peel back sections. You can remove the cardboard so that the little Micro Brawler, you can just pop him right out of the plastic. So that's really cool. I'm not going to do that now, but I really like the way they've changed the packaging for especially for display purposes. If you're used to displaying your figures, like I've got like a bunch of ones back here. If you keep your Funkos in the box or whatever, to each their own. Everyone has different ways of displaying their stuff. So this one's going to be going up. I don't know exactly where, but the background changes here from time to time. But yeah, so I got the Loose Cannon Brian Pillman. The next one that they're going to be sending out, I ordered the New Jack one. Whoops. And Brian Pillman goes flying. We'll just lay him down so he doesn't go flying again. The New Jack, rest in peace, New Jack. And they put that out. I ordered that one. And then there was also, what was it? I practically got it for free because I had a couple online coupons. The Roddy Piper, They Live character. I can't remember his name, but that Funko Pop was out for pre-order, and that's going to be coming sometime, I believe, in August or September. I believe. I got to double check. Ordered that through Amazon, so I got a couple little things coming. Nothing too tremendous. So, but yeah, nice to see them finally advertise the show for Miley Wake. Gosh, that one's been on the shelf for how long now? 1.5 years? Oh, sad. So sad, with everything going on. And hopefully that place will they'll open up some more sections and they'll sell some more tickets. That one's been at a real standstill the last year. I unfortunately sold my tickets for that one because just because the future was unknown. We could use the extra money, so I got the refund. And yeah, I'm kind of bummed about it, but you know what? I'm really not ready to go out venturing because guess what? Numbers are going back up and mandates are going in place. I don't mean to jump on a political thing. It's not my intention here. It's just, I'm just saying in general, it's still kind of scary out there, especially for a guy like me. So, but it's great to see that show advertised for AEW. Anything else? I know I saw some stuff. It does. I saw something now. It's not guaranteed. It's all little rumors and whatever you want to call them. But it looks like the former Ruby Riott, now going by the name of, was it Ruby Soho? Looks like she's going to be joining the women's division at good old AEW, is from what it sounds like. Lovely choice there. Lovely choice. So it's good to see that, there's going to be haters. Let's be real. There's still going to be haters. But that division is really going to be amped up over the next few months. Without a doubt, it's going to be getting some new ladies there. Also, looked like the Iconics are possibly going to be joining over there. I know fans were really hoping for Impact Wrestling, but it looks like they're going to be heading towards AEW. I'm hearing things, just take what I say with a grain of salt, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Prime Time says here, Cody looks like he got knocked the Jiminy Christmas out. Yes. That's exactly how I responded to that as well. Hey, the Impact World Tag titles are going to be on the line next week too. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, yeah, that door is swinging. Not for many people, but at least for the Good Brothers, the elite, if you will. I'm trying to think of anything else off the top of my head. I didn't want to waste a lot of time with stuff. Looking up stuff. What the hell? Let's just jump into it. And like I said, as we get into this now, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button. As you can see at the top here, or depending on how you're watching stuff, El Punk Trace is leading the sticker chat board here with 99 cents. If you choose to tip one of your favorite podcasts, by all means, go ahead. It is greatly appreciated. No matter how you support the show, it's greatly appreciated. Yeah, whether you sub on Twitch or whatever you do, it's all appreciated. Oh, Paul. Okay, so I'll bring this up. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Paul, my favorite nephew, says, what happened with Max Caster's rap? So he is, or was, I should say, one of my favorite guys to watch. He's very entertaining. You know, all of his raps are what you think is are some original stuff. But he usually picks some controversial stuff to rap about. Excuse me. But now he picked. Now I'm sorry, I didn't catch the. It's a woman from the Olympics who stepped aside for some mental health issues or something to that effect. I haven't been keeping up with the Olympic stuff. It's just not really my cup of tea. You know, there's like a billion things going on with the Olympics, and to try to hunt it all down, it's just not for me. It was when I was younger. It was cool to check it out, but you know, it's not that I don't like them. It's just, you know, I pick and choose what I want to watch. And but yeah, she was stepping aside for some mental health issues or something like that. And so Max called her out on her mental health in the rap, mentioned it or something, and it basically went viral. And that's just a really, really bad take on his part. You should not do that. You know, there's ways to be edgy when you're, you know, rapping and, you know, talking about, say, your opponent is one thing. But when you're just picking random people from social media and other sports figures and knocking on them, especially for mental health, yeah, that's not cool. Yeah, that's not cool, because mental health is a real thing, whether you're dealing with issues or not. If you're not, God bless you. And if you are, God bless you even more, because God knows I've dealt with mental health issues, especially within the last year and a half, dealing with everything going on in the world. It's absolutely terrifying, especially for someone like me. You cannot knock someone with mental health issues. It's just not cool. No matter what it is, anxiety, bipolar, personality disorder, whatever a person is dealing with. It's real shit. You can't, you know, you just, it's not fair to do. It's one of those invisible, things that people deal with, you know, disabilities, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it was really poor taste for him to do it. Certainly caught the attention of everybody, including the owner, Tony Khan. He's going to be looking after editing, especially for something that could have been avoided. Well, you can tell that the crowd even reacted distastefully. They didn't just boo him; it was a groan. Very different than your typical boo. Like, you boo the elite because it's fun to boo the elite. Yeah, that's not how this came across. There was shock and a groaning, and yeah, not cool. Not cool. Not cool, Max. So, and then, yeah, he said some other stuff. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that was also in pretty poor taste, talking to Julia, who was part of what the hell, Brian Pillman Jr.'s tag team, the Varsity Blondes, and it just poor taste. Like I said, there's plenty of ways you could be edgy without getting personal and whatnot. So I don't know if I don't know if they're going to punish him. I don't know if he's going to be suspended, but certainly went down several notches on my favorite list as far as wanting to see them succeed and stuff. And I'm sure Tony's going to take that away from him. I'm sure he had big plans for them, and they've really come leaps and bounds over the course of this last year. So, but that's all I'm going to pay attention to it. So we'll see if there's anything officially said, or if you don't see them on them and or him on TV over the course of the next several weeks, you'll know what the punishment is. So, but that's all the attention I'm going to give him because that's that. So, yeah. So just catching up on the chat here. All right, let's jump into this. This is the AEW Dynamite Homecoming episode for August 4th, 2021, Season 3, Episode 31. Starts out hot. Well, maybe not as hot as we'd like, but let's talk about it. Yeah, Taz Tracy feels bad for Bowens. Well, that's the thing, is he went right along with it, melding all the same lyrics that he was saying. So, no, don't feel bad for him. He was out there supporting his boy in everything he said. So, no, don't feel bad for him. He doesn't have to be out there with him. He is his own person. Don't feel bad for him. Exactly. So, we start out here with Chris Jericho. This is the labors of Chris Jericho. This is number 3, and MJF is at not ringside, but he's on commentary. And he's facing Juventud Guerrera. Now, certainly a different match that we were expecting than what happened last week. Last week was just a hot mess of violence and light tubes and glass, and oh my God, you just name it, it was out there. This certainly, and I'm not going to sit here and shit all over Juvi. He is certainly one of the greatest luchadors of all time. But this one did not look great in my book. He made up for it with a few moves, but that start to this match was rough. He was trying to do moves to Chris Jericho. Like, okay, let's be real. And Chris Jericho has gained a few LBs over the last several years. Used to be Juvi's weight. And, you're used to doing all the flippy stuff to someone who is your height and size. Well, Jericho has probably about 50 plus pounds on him. And just, it was, they made up for it at the end with some spots and a good back and forth. But when Juventud went to the well so many times and tried to redo moves he botched, it just, it was kind of sad. I still love him. He has a tremendous legacy. You can never take that away from him. It just, I just wish he was maybe a little more prepared. Yeah, Keith here. He tried to do moves like it was 1996, right? And it's not 1996. He looked like he was in good shape, but his body was not what he wanted to do in his head. His body wasn't reacting to it like it would have, 20 plus years ago, 25 years ago, whatever it was. So, but Chris Jericho, you know, he wins this. The stipulation, which I forgot, which there was a couple parts of the match that were just awkward as hell because I forgot the stipulation. He had to win the match by a move off the top rope. Well, Chris Jericho does a spinning Judas effect off the top rope to Juvi and beats him with that. That was pretty slick because he's just used to, you know, walks up to him, spins around and nails him with his elbow, takes him out. The ref's like, nope, can't do that. And it's like, what the hell? What are you talking about? Oh, it's got to be up the top rope. Okay, so yeah, Chris Jericho jumps up there and does it. And then just as Chris Jericho is about to get ready to celebrate this win, MJF 6 Wardlow on him, attacks him, and so now MJF informs Chris Jericho that Wardlow is his the number 4th labor coming next week, and MJF is going to be the special guest referee / enforcer for this match. And I'm not really sure how Chris Jericho is going to get out of this, but I'm still looking forward to it, you know. But it's built up like how he can't win this now. The odds are against him, right? So yeah. So yeah. You're not the only one who forgot. Oh yeah. No, Juvi's still around. Juvi's still around, Bill's boy. But granted, there were plenty of luchadors I heard that did lose their lives tragically over the course of the last year and a half from this pandemic. But no, Juvi's one of them that's been fine. And yes, they're going to try to screw Chris Jericho prime time. Absolutely. So that's what we kicked off with. So not a tremendous start, but, you know, by the end, it didn't look too bad. So, but, you know, still great to see Juvi. So many great memories. In fact, what did they mention? They mentioned something from 1998. I'm going to have to do a little research and look up and see exactly when Chris Jericho faced the Juice and watch back a few matches from 25 years ago. So, yeah, man, good memories, you know, and that's when I was only watching WCW. Such good stuff, good memories, you know, when they brought in all the cruiserweights and they were just knocking out of the park. That was one of the best things about WCW back then, you know. Good stuff. Oh, thank you, Terrence Sullivan. Thank you. Sturgis 1998. Beautiful. Thank you. I'll have to remember that. You know what? I'm just going to write it down real quick. Is that what was that called? Is that Hog Wild, or what the hell do they call that? Trying to remember the name of the. I don't think it was Hog Wild. So it was Road something Wild something. It's one of those infamous ones. Bell's boy says 420. Oh, was it Hog Wild? I didn't think it was. I thought I was like botching that horribly. Wow, I guess. Well, there go my brain cells for the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hog Wild 420. Oh boy. Cracking that joke. Looks like I'm going to watch some Hog Wild later tonight. You know, I haven't done a throwback. I mean, I do the throwbacks with that other little podcast called TNI. Maybe I'll do a couple WCW throwbacks. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. I haven't done a throwback in a while. I've been so busy with a billion different things. Let me know. I'll see if I can sneak them in there somewhere when I'm not doing a million other things. Someone in there called me a scamp, said I'm popping up everywhere. Yeah, I'm hijacking all the TNI podcasts. I hijacked the UK boys earlier today. I did a run in on the rapid review, the hit and run. I was like, oh, someone say hit and run. So yeah, I jumped in on that one. So yeah, I just been out of control lately, just out of control. WCW podcast. I'm not going to do a completely separate podcast. Violet says, yeah. Keith Gallman says, hell yeah. Oh, NWO Hog Wild. Ooh. Primetime says NWO sold out. It's another one. But making me hella excited downstairs at the moment, not gonna lie, says Macaulay Jones 1996. Well, that's glad I could do that for you. Make me blush, my God. Oh, that's I think that warrants oh my God. Oh, I love my audience. Sometimes you guys make me giggle and blush and all this stuff. WCW Bash at the Beach. Man, there were so many good shows back then. All right. We continue. Lucha Brothers are without Pac. And apparently Andrade has screwed up his travel plans. And Andrade says, Lucha Bros, if you guys just join me, you guys can travel in style. And he's trying to woo them in, he's trying to just convince them to join him. And Lucha Bros tell him, no, we're not going to work for you. We work for no one. We just work together. So, and Chavo's like, don't worry, Andrade. We'll get him. So they're building up this story now with Andrade trying to woo in the Lucha Brothers. I don't know if they're like going to be building a super stable of Lucha guys or something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they're trying to build the next. Speaking of nostalgia, was it the LWO? How about that? Because every once in a while, I see people online saying, oh, what if Rey Mysterio and some other guys made the next LWO? Or once in a while, you see a headline. Someone is in an interview brings up the LWO. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I have a feeling they're going to end up joining him. I really do. It wouldn't be a bad thing, but I am curious to see what's up with Pac. Is he having travel issues because things are unraveling around the world again? Or I don't know. We'll see. I haven't heard any official news. Mr. Frats, what is up? Latino World Order for life. Yes, absolutely. Good stuff. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. I believe he was one of the leaders of those guys when they were together. Who was all in that? That's really fuzzy. I think Conan was in there. Eddie, La Parca, Rey Mysterio, and I'm guessing a few others. For life. So we'll see what happens. What's next here? Tony Schiavo. Man, he he is more all over this than Scott Hudson was all over the classic NWA TNA. My God. It's going to become like a drinking game, you know, for every segment that Tony's a part of. Not on commentary, but like, you know, interviews and stuff, or in the ring or whatever, backstage, out front. It's going to become a new drinking game. For every time Tony's out there, take a shot or take a swig or something. You'll be drunk in the first hour. Tony's with the Dark Order in the back. And they're talking to Hangman and Paige, and they're talking about the loss from last week. And Adam Page is saying, you know, guys, what would he say? Oh, he's apologizing for taking away their chance at the tag titles. And that's the kind of guy he is. He's not, you know, no reference to himself as in, oh, I lost this and I lost that. He's apologizing to them because he took away their chance at the tag titles. And that's not the only time this comes up in this show, which is very interesting. So it's like this story's still going on. And there's more to come later, which is very interesting. But basically he says here that he thinks that maybe they should go their separate ways, and he wants to try to get this on his own. And that's understandable. You know, that's the kind of guy. He's always been kind of a loner ever since he left the Elite. You know, he's trying to get these things on his own. It's nice to have backup. It's nice to have friends. And that's one thing he said. He's like, you guys are still my friends. He's like, but I got to do this. I got to do this on my own. Oh, Fred says, Psychosis, Conan, Eddie, LaPark, El Dandy. I'm not sure who that is. Oh, Super Crazy. Chavo, yeah. Scott Hudson, ding, yeah. Keith says, Dark Order turning heel. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Hoovy in there. Oh, the late Silver King Villano. Oh, okay. Thank you, Bell's Boy. Yeah, it's a long list there. A lot of guys. They had quite the roster back then. So, yeah, everybody and their mother wanted to be part of some group. Anything to have that notoriety of the NWO attached to it, right? So, all right, so we continue here. We get a match here. Mox, Kingston, and Darby Allin with Sting in their corner. Not a bad thing. Against some new faces, some new free agents, the 2.0, Matt Lee and Jeff Parker, formerly, I believe the name was Everrise in NXT, or they were in NXT, and then they were also on 205 Live. So they were recently let go, and they were out there with Daniel Garcia. Now, I've seen Daniel Garcia before. I believe I've seen him in a few matches on AAW Chicago, AA Pro, or AAW Pro, excuse me. And heard nothing but positive about this guy. Just amazing in the ring. Very underrated. He's coming into his own. Now, I don't know anything about whether these guys are signed. So I don't know if this was like a tryout, or if this was, or what it was, just a chance for them to, like Cody has said so many times, a chance to eat at the table. It's not a bad thing. Tony Khan's done that for a lot of guys over the last year and a half. So, Bell's boy says tryout match. Yeah, it could be. Could be. I haven't heard anything different, so we'll see. But yeah, hell of a match with even a few giggles thrown in there. Matt Lee, outside of the ring at one point of the match, runs face to face with Sting, and he just starts marking out. He's flipping. He's like, "Oh my God, you're Sting!" And out of nowhere, Darby Allin, Allin. Come on, lips. Darby Allin hits him with a tope through the ropes. Just absolutely wipes him out. Popped for that. But everybody looked good. I mean, it wasn't by any means a super easy match for Mox and the boys, but it was a great match to see what 2.0 Matt Lee, Jeff Parker, and Daniel Garcia could do. So let me know what you think of them. You know, I never saw any of the Everrise stuff in WWE. I certainly heard their name mentioned plenty of times. I did hear when they were let go that they were a solid team and that there were plenty of people saying, why? You know, so, but yeah, let me know what you thought of them. And Daniel Garcia is, man, he looked great against Darby Allin. Went toe-to-toe with him. He certainly impressed the hell out of me. And biggest stage that I've ever seen him on. I don't know if he's wrestled in AEW on past shows before or not, like any of the dark shows. I'm not sure. I've only seen him a couple times. But let me know what you think. So Mox, Kingston, and Darby come off with a win here. Keith says Everrise would be they'd fit better in Impact. Okay. All right. Darby Allin, a.k.a. Baby Sting. Mini Sting. Oh, I'm kidding. Not a knock on his, he's a smaller guy. I'm not calling him a vanilla midget. Take it easy. 2.0 needs to sign with AEW. Okay. All right. So, all right. We continue. Christian Cage versus The Blade. Good back and forth match. Christian Cage coming off with the win here. And while the bunny was starting to, start up some shenanigans, Leyla Hirsch came and attacked her and took her out. Christian Cage wins with a spear. Just as things were about to go way south, Blade getting hold of those darn brass knucks. So Keith loves the bunny. Yeah. Great to see her back. Really is. Glad she was able to sort, whatever she was going through, mental health issues, whatever she was going through. Great to see her back. She's so good. Really good. Christian Cage comes out for the win here, and they do mention that he is the number 2 contender. He hasn't had a loss yet. So I don't know where this is really all going to lead him to. Is he going to end up facing Kenny Omega at some point? I don't know. It's really hard to read where things exactly are going right now. And we'll get into more of that in a little bit. Tony Schiavone with Britt Baker and Rebel. talking about the show in Pittsburgh next week for Dynamite and Rampage, the debut of Rampage. Now, I'd like to think that it's going to be taped with Dynamite. I don't think it's going to be a separate show. I'm not positive on that one. I don't know if they sold separate tickets for it or not. So if anybody wants to chime in on that in the comments, let me know. So, oh yeah, remind me, Polar, at the end. I'll bring that up. Thank you. Quick jot a note on here talking about the Impact Twitch thing. That's what I was going to talk about. Completely forgot about it. I'll bring that up at the end because it ties into what we're doing tomorrow too. Excuse me. Rampage is going to be like WCW Thunder. Well, yeah, it's gonna play off of Dynamite, I'm sure, but they are making it sound special, So I don't know exactly what they're all doing. We'll see. So they're talking about the shows next week in Pittsburgh. And Rampage debuting next Friday. And then Red Velvet comes out, and it sounds like she's challenging Britt Baker. And Britt Baker's like, well, I beat you when you were an enhancement talent. So, yeah, I'm actually not worried about facing you at all. I'll face you next week. No problem. So Red Velvet's like, well, things have changed. This isn't going to be another 3-minute match. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what kind of match they bring. But looks like Britt Baker's going to be facing Red Velvet for the AEW Women's title, defending it, I should say. Next Friday on the debut of Rampage. So it is going to be an hour show. So that's nice. It's not going to be another, 2 hours. Now, they certainly could expand it depending on its success. But from what I'm hearing, it's going to air after SmackDown, which I think is smart. But, we'll see what they all bring. We'll see what they all bring. Polar family is tired of the rumors. There certainly are a few rumors going around, aren't there? Primetime says, who's next? Christian, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Andrade, Adam Page. Oh, do I think Adam Cole is going to pop up in AEW? Free agent soon. Yeah, from what I've heard, they have not formally given him a contract offer yet. That's what I'm hearing. Just like I said, take it with a grain of salt. I'd be shocked if they actually do want to lose him. But then again, if they don't want him on the main roster and there's only X amount of things more for him to do in NXT, what are you going to do with him? Fresh start in AEW would be good. I mean, they can't, like I said before, they can't hire everyone. But hey, we'll see. Just gotta wait and see. I heard he's signed an extension through SummerSlam, so we'll keep an eye out there. Mark Mello says, I feel like Ruby Soho will debut in Pittsburgh as Britt Baker's backup, she teased, next week. I think her contract comes up just before All Out. So I think that'd be more likely, honest. But hey, I don't know exactly when the dates all line up, so we'll see. Bill, what? They can't hire everyone. No, they can't. And those are facts. Actually, that's just my professional podcasting opinion. Got it in there. All right, what's next here? So yeah, I'm looking forward to Red Velvet. She really has come into her own on the women's roster. She's good. I'm sure they'll have a good match. Andrade is in the back, and he's talking to Chavo. Chavo comes up to him and says, don't worry about the Lucha Bros. We'll keep working on them. But, if they're not willing to come work for us or work with us, I found someone that will. And he brings in Fuego del Sol. And he wants Fuego to clean his shoes. Or polish his boots, whatever he said. Oh my God. Too damn funny. And then Andrade is like, oh, yeah, great. And then takes him and then throws him into the door a handful of times and just completely destroys him. So poor Fuego, it's like but it looks like they're keeping him on, because otherwise you wouldn't be seeing him. But he certainly is paying his dues now, big time. He got taken out last week by Malakai Black. Almost want to say Alistair, that sticks with you for a while. Malakai Black last week, took the black mass, and this week getting destroyed by Andrade and Chavo. Yes, Violet. Poor Fuego. Poor Fuego. Bill says, favorite cake, Bone Man? Red Velvet? Y'all gonna get me in trouble. But yes, it is. One of my favorites also is German chocolate cake. Tell them German. Why not, Oh, God. What's next here? Tony Schiavone, once again. He's in the ring with Adam Page. Now this is getting interesting because then he calls out the Elite, and just as it sounds like he's about to talk to them about something. Oh, hello, Oreo. Oh, last week. See, now this is funny. If you see here, it's probably hard to tell, but there's a couple of rumblers standing up back here. Those are actually little CM Punk rumblers back there that I found in the process of cleaning. She knocked one of them down and started playing with it. So apparently Oreo is not a fan of CM Punk. Kind of funny. Anyways, we continue. So yeah, calls out the Elite. The Elite then attack Adam Page. Frankie Kazarian, the Elite Killer, comes out and starts, he's trying to even the odds to no avail. Kenny then takes out Page with the title. So yeah, this isn't over. This is interesting. I don't know if they're just biding time until, say, maybe someone else shows up, or if this is going to still going and if Hangman Adam Page is still going to get his shot. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I'm okay with this. I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised that it's still going. So let me know what you think is happening. You know, is it just storytelling? Maybe it's just storytelling. I mean, I hear little things out there, but, you know, I take those all with a grain of salt. I don't know. Oreo's all elite. Yeah, sure. She is an elite kitty. Bill here says where he threw everyone other than himself under the bus and will write everything because he is the best, and Max would have never gotten away with that under his. Oh, you talking about Max Caster? Is that what you're talking about? I thought you were talking about the elite. Yeah, I talked a little bit about that earlier. Yeah. Oh, best in the world or the yes movement? Yeah, who knows? Who knows? So, yeah, I don't know. The story's still going. Then we get Dan Lambert saying he's going to show back up next week, and he's going to continue what he was talking about a few weeks ago. He's going to call out Lance Archer, and this time he's bringing some backup with him. What do you think he's bringing with him? Someone from his team? Someone who is also a professional wrestler? I don't know. Be interesting. We'll see what happens. I mean, Dan Lambert, I will give him this. He is entertaining. He's not necessarily my cup of tea. I didn't really like him when he was in Impact shooting his mouth off, but he was certainly good at what he was trying to get across. I just wasn't a fan of, you know, sometimes when you're trying to mix the MMA world with professional wrestling, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In that case, back then, I didn't think it did, but that's just me. That's just me. Randy Sam, what's up, brother? Says Daniel Cromier. Is that how you say that one? I've heard of that name. I'm not too familiar with him. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of MMA. So Lambert bringing Brock. LOL. Oof. That's a big one there. Polar says zero cares about Lesnar. I hear both ends of the extreme as far as, oh, he's absolutely coming back to the E real soon, to the other extreme of no, they don't have anything for him right now. He's not in the cards. The discussions about him are absolutely not on the table. So like I said, when you hear that stuff, take it with a grain of salt. You know, until somebody walks through the door and you see them on your television, take it with a grain of salt, you know? So, all right. What's next here? So Dan Lambert next week. We'll see who shows up with him. Lee Johnson versus Miro. I didn't really pay too much attention to this one. Miro pretty much kicked his ass. Lee Johnson got in some offense. You know, he's just got I don't know. I've only seen him like a couple times, you know, in a few matches in the past that I was actually paying attention to. No, I know he's part of the whole, you know, Rhodes family, you know, that group. But, you know, there was like zero build up to this one. So I was like, you know, and it's nothing against Miro. It just, you know, I was like, okay, Miro's going to beat him. They're waiting for like a bigger name to come along, and then I'll get a little more excited, but Miro, defends successfully here. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this. If you guys were watching on TNT or where you were watching this, I usually fast forward through all the commercials with haste, especially if I'm behind and I'm trying to catch up. I noticed here that there was a Pabst Blue Ribbon commercial. Now, this was not just any old Pabst Blue Ribbon commercial. The guys from the Major Brothers podcast were all over this. Brian Myers, Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green, and even a Hornswoggle and Mark Sterling. They were all over this as they were having their own pool party and promoting Pabst Blue Ribbon. So that was, man, I have not seen a Pabst commercial since I can't remember when. See, now normally I wouldn't care much about this, but Pabst put a roof over our heads and is still putting a roof over our heads to this day, because my dad worked for Pabst for over 30 years as a corporate accountant. So my love for Pabst goes pretty deep, No matter what you think of the taste of the beer or whatever, it means something different to me. So, so I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, wow. So that's a hell of a sponsorship for that group, Chelsea Green and everyone else, Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. I mean, mainly the two brothers, Major Brothers, Cardona and Myers. Hi, Oreo. You behave yourself. I could tell she wants the loose cannon out of the package so she could pop them around. That's what you want to do, isn't it? See, I know it is. So yeah, I thought the commercial was cool. Let me know if you saw it. Bell's Boy here says, yeah, there's a few spokespeople for PBR, and Chelsea Green talked about it on her podcast last month, and she said that they all shit-faced doing the commercial. Oh, hello, Oreo. Hi. Oh, you're looking for your typical spot here up here on the tower, and you can't do that, can you? Because Rocky is actually asleep here on the tower. That's the only part of Rocky you can see is his tail here. Well, he don't like that. We'll stop doing that. So yeah, pretty cool. They got sponsorships. So, yes, Bill's Boy. That's one thing I did not write down. Thank you for reminding me. Excalibur, Taz, Chris Jericho, and Mark Henry are going to be commentating on Rampage next week. 4-man commentary table. Seems like a cluster. Yeah, it'll be interesting to say the least. I think Chris Jericho would normally blow that one through the roof as far as his charisma, but they would certainly want to give Mark Henry some time. So we'll see how it is. We'll see how it goes. Maybe they're all going to kind of switch off a little here and there, and maybe they won't all be there at the same time. We'll see. What? Okay. You going to go sit over there? I love it when she just bounces all over the place. She's so goofy. All right, we continue. All right, so we talked about the PBR commercial. Tony Schiavone with Christian Cage. It looks like he is the new number one contender. So now this is what I was kind of hinted at earlier. There's a lot of little crazy, very interesting things going on here. You got the Hangman Adam Page, feud, him trying to get that title shot against Kenny Omega. Christian Cage has done it going through matches, and he is undefeated still, so he is officially the number one contender. And, and there's other little rumors about people coming in, maybe gunning for that top spot right off the bat. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. Who out of those two would you rather see? Would you? Oreo, behave yourself. Would you rather see Christian Cage against Kenny Omega, or would you see Hangman Adam Page, or would you? Bless you. My goodness. Would you rather see like all three? My God, Rocky, you're big. Just made the whole desk shake. He's like walking behind everything behind the scenes here. Would you like to see like a three-way at All Out between Christian Cage, Hangman Adam Page, and Kenny Omega? I don't know what they're doing, but it is getting interesting. Let me know. J-Bone, you're frozen. Frozen? Why am I frozen? I'm looking at the feed. I'm not frozen. Refresh your page. Maybe it's your... Keith says PBR was aired because Domino's ended their relationship with them due to the pizza cutter thing. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure they were surprised and shocked. I wouldn't assume anything. We'll see what happens. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Then we got legit Leyla Hirsch versus the Bunny. Now, I thought this was supposed to be for a spot on that NWA special. I guess I misread that or something. This apparently is for the number one contender for the NWA Women's Championship. Now, maybe that's where they're going to face off, is at the Empower special. I'm not sure. I got to double check. But Camille was actually there with belt at ringside, which was great to see. But let me know what you thought of this Leyla Hirsch Bunny match. I loved it. Really great to see them go back and forth. And Leyla Hirsch, my God. I mean, she may be short in stature, but man, can she go. She is a lot of fun. She's got so much in-ring talent. Just legit, grappling skills, She is tough. Good stuff. Leyla Hirsch is better than Ronda Rousey. That's I don't think that's a good comparison, but that's Rocky. He's trying to get cozy behind the tower and the computer back here. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see what's all going on with that. But it looks like legit Leyla Hirsch is going to end up facing Camille. Then they ended up having a face when she beat the Bunny. Rocky, what are you doing? Behave yourself. Don't you go unplugging any of my cords. I gotta tie them up or something. I'm sure they're gonna have a hell of a match. It's gonna be quite the, pardon the pun, uphill battle for Leyla Hirsch. Can I say that without sounding? It's no, I love Leyla Hirsch. She's, since her coming into the company, she's really stood out. She really has. And Camille, I've only seen like 1 or 2 matches of hers, you know, and that's not to say that she didn't impress me, but very different styles, very different styles. Camille comes off as just a power, you know, with a gal with power moves, and Leyla Hirsch is very Greco-Roman style, like Kurt Angle-esque, you know, the best way I can describe that. So Keith is just all about the women tonight. My God. Hi, Rocky. Back up on the tower. Certainly making your presence known, making the whole desk shake. Please don't break my desk. Be a good boy. All right. He is a big boy. But yeah, legit Leyla Hirsch made the bunny tap out to an armbar. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I liked how she actually got, excuse you, Rocky, how she actually got her to tap out, you know, at the end of the match. It was really good. Now, the main event. My goodness. I wish this one had a little more time, but obviously they were trying to put over the strength and talent and dominance of a guy like Malakai Black. Now, I want to share something with you. This was, they hinted at this earlier with what Cody Rhodes was saying or trying to say in the ring at the end of the match. And I know I'm skipping ahead here. I'll talk about the match here in a minute. But this is from straight from Cody Rhodes. You know, if you're in that list of people that gets notifications from him through texts, this is straight from him. So I'll read this and then I'll talk about the match. I found this very interesting. Whichever way it goes, hopefully mine. Whichever way it goes tonight, hopefully mine. I just wanted to share where I'm at in this moment. This has been a marvelous, almost 3-year run. I've been incredibly lucky to be one of the few to carry the banner for this genuine revolution. When this all started, some laughed at myself, some laughed at the Bucks / Kenny also. And now it's just become a given that this show is destination programming. The table has been set, others can eat. I say this with no bitterness in my heart. Thank you for all of this. This is a legacy. This lives forever. And I was like, wow, that sounds very end of the road-ish, you know, just for, you know, if you quick describe that as anything. I know there's a bigger picture here. I know that he's got a lot of stuff on his table, speaking of tables, which we'll get to in a bit. He has to go do the second season of the Road Show or the Big Show or whatever it's called. I'm thinking of the WCW shit from earlier. The Big Show that he also does for TBS, TNT, wherever it is. It's all for Turner. And so I'm guessing he has to take time off for that, for those tapings. So this is a farewell for now. I'm sure he's going to be back, you know, or maybe this is it for now. Maybe he'll put out more as an official press release. And you know what? If you listen to the way he talks, during that last media call, he does hint at this kind of being the end of the road for him for now, because he's done so much in the last 3 years. So maybe he's going to go do, I'm not assuming any of this. This is just pure speculation on my part. I could be way off, way wrong. I think he's going to go do this next season of the Big Show. And maybe he'll do more of a behind-the-scenes EVP stuff as he raises his daughter from here forward. And then, you know, come back periodically for special matches, whatnot. I could be way wrong, but that's what it seems like may be happening. So if this is it for him for a good long time, it's been a tremendous run. It absolutely has, and it's been you know, and he was very emotional in the ring at the end of the match as he was taking off his boots and then got attacked. But let's talk about the match a little bit. Great back and forth. Man, Malakai Black really gave it to him. Loved his entrance. Loved his new theme music. Dark, heavy, ominous. Very, oh my God, there is somebody really evil and dangerous. And man, the guy's here now. You know, I like the way this felt. And it, I knew they were only going to be able to do so much in Daly's place. It's not a knock on Daly's place, but I know their stage set up with everybody there, and you're relegated to that little entrance way there, which looked cool with the lights, and then there were some pyros, but then the lights kept going out, and then he'd appear at somewhere else in a ring. Lights were out, and then he's sitting in the middle, and then he removed his mask. So it was a tad bit awkward, but very cool still. Because I was like, wow, the lights are still going out. What's going on? But I think that's what it was supposed to be. Like he appears here, he appears here, he appears here. So yeah, let me know what you thought of his entrance, his mask, his new theme music. You know, this is all brand new for him. I loved it. Very cool. Very, very evil. But great match. The kick, was it a kick or was it a point? I think it was a kick. Kicked Cody while he was on the top turnbuckle, and Cody went back and went through the timekeeper's table. Oh my God, that was an insane crash. That's a hell of a drop, folks. I mean, he really went flying through that. So that right there, you kind of you knew which way this was going, because it was gonna have an all uphill battle from there. In fact, it didn't last much longer after that. He barely got in the ring. Took a little more offense from Malakai Black, and then I'm not sure if he still calls his finisher the Black Mass still. Someone in the chat, please remind me of that. Not sure if they're going to change it or not. But yeah, so Malakai Black basically knocks him out with that kick, stands over him with a boot on his chest, and he gets pinned 1, 2, 3 with a lot of time left. So then Tony Schiavone says, I'm going to run down to the ring and see if I can get a word from Cody. So it's like, okay, so we got about 5 minutes left in the show here. Gets down to the ring. They're playing Malakai's Black music, and he just kind of slowly strolls to the back like, I told you guys. I told you I was going to put the dog out of his misery. And he's trying to help Cody sit up. He gets a little crutch, and very little crutch. You know, it's like more like to act like a cane to sell the injury, excuse me. Because Malakai was working on his knee, his leg for a good portion of the match. And then Cody's, mentioning some stuff that he mentioned in that text, and even talked about a little bit of the infighting between he and the other EVPs, which is interesting because that's the first I've ever heard any of them mention it at all. It was rumored that there was some, but strange that he mentioned it here. But it just made it feel like this was more final for him here. And then he's getting emotional and he starts taking off his boots. And he gets one off and he's very emotional. He looks like he's holding back tears. The crowd's like, no, don't, no. And he stands up to say something else before he takes off his other boot. And Malakai Black comes back with that crutch. And just knocks him right in the back, and pretty much knocks him out. And that's the way it goes off the air. So yeah, it seems very final for Cody. I think it's a mixture of things. I don't know if he's going to come back from this or if he's going to come back in a different way. We'll have to see. Hard to say. You don't want to assume anything, like I say. He has had some absolutely amazing matches in this company, and his whole road since pardon the pun, his whole road since he left the WWE has been such a blast to watch. All across the indies, all the different companies he went to, Ring of Honor, Impact, all over the place, New Japan, whatnot. So thank you, Polar. I'll appreciate that for the reminder. Yeah, let me know what you think is going to happen. But this is certainly it feels like some more big changes are coming in the company. Something big is happening. That's what this feels like. Like Malakai Black is in the door now. He took out one of the or the biggest baby face in the company, depending on how you want to look at it, because everyone's got different opinions as far as who's the biggest baby face. Cody certainly is on that list, I think you have to say. Someone of prominence in the company as well, being an EVP. So, man, Malakai Black is here, folks, and he is absolutely going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I'm here for it. I'm very excited because I didn't pay much attention to what's going on in the WWE. He spent well over a half a year off television, just waiting to come back, only to be let go weeks later. So upsetting. And now he's here because of a screw up in WWE's management. So, yeah, couldn't be happier. And he's already stamped himself as a top heel in the company. So, I know a lot of people wanted this to take place at the pay-per-view or expected something like this to take place at the pay-per-view. But like Cody said in the press conference, in the media call, I should say, just you've got to have moments like this on TV. Of course, we didn't know exactly what was coming. We didn't know how definitive of a win it was going to be. But you they slash Cody put over Malakai Black as being an absolute force to be reckoned with. So, really excited for his stuff going forward. Can't wait. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the show. If you're watching this on the replay, did you dig the last part of the match? Did you like how they basically, it looks like they wrote Cody Rhodes off of TV for a good long time. Because, he's got a lot of stuff on his plate. He's got a kid now. He's doing another show. So we'll see what happens. He'll probably be back this fall is what I'm guessing. We'll see. We'll see. So, okay. Now, let's talk about what's going on tomorrow night. Thank you for the reminder again, by the way. And for those of you who do watch the TNI UK guys, I was on there earlier today touching on it. And we'll talk about this more, of course, on TNI tomorrow night. If you saw the announcement earlier today, this past week is Impact Wrestling's final airing on Twitch. They're still going to run all the classic specials, reruns, whatever you want to call it, on Twitch. Or maybe that's all going to end soon. I don't know. I know there's a few other places around that do air their content like that, like like Samsung has a channel like that. I think, is it Tubi? No, it's not Tubi. It's TiVo? I don't know. One of those. There's a couple other places that just, run constant Impact Wrestling talent on a channel. Pluto, that's it. Thank you. So they've said because of their content going forward on YouTube, their Twitch stuff is now going to be done as far as airing the weekly live episodes. This past week was the last week. Now, I don't know why you wait till now to say that. That seems really really bad timing on their part. Like now all of a sudden fans need to scramble if you don't have access TV and you got to figure out where else to watch it. Well, I am subbed to the Impact Insiders thing on YouTube. If you sign up for the 99-cent one, you do get the weekly episode. It's in their posts. It's not in their regular video feed of all their videos. It's in their posts feed every week. You get the episode without commercials. It's an hour and a half. An hour and a half. And you also get emojis and a few other things. Now for the $4.99 a month insider special on YouTube for Impact Wrestling, you get extra shows, special events, and other stuff that they talked about. So I don't know if I'm going to sign up for that yet. We'll see what they all bring. But just to let you know that TNI is not going forward, unfortunately, not going to be doing the co-stream watch along on Twitch for Impact Wrestling anymore. That's done. So, and nor can we, co-stream the YouTube stuff when it airs. We can't. We've been told that's not an option. So, and because their presence is not on Twitch anymore, it would be considered illegal. So yeah, going forward, we unfortunately can't do that. We're sorry. It's out of our hands. There's nothing we can do about it. We've discussed maybe coming up with another option, like possibly airing it in the Discord, maybe as an option. I don't know. So it's it certainly is a bummer for me personally because I love interacting with people live, along with Bill and or Truck, who's recently been in a lot of the streams, and we've had a handful of others, in there as well. So sorry about that bad news because it's and that's how we really built a hell of an audience on Twitch, was through those streams, especially international and abroad, not just in the States here. So we're sorry. Like I said, it's really bad. I understand why they're doing it, but how they do it so abruptly, like, oh, by the way, you can't watch this here tomorrow. You got to figure out something else real quick, So you can certainly take advantage of the 99-cent tier thing on Impact Wrestling's YouTube. It's not a big, expense. You'll get all the episodes in their posts every week. And the BTI is free on their YouTube. You don't have to pay anything for that. And then you get some other stuff. So it's up to you if you want to do that or if you want to find an alternative route for watching it. But no longer will it be shown on the TNI Twitch. So sorry about that, folks. Yeah. So yeah, that was the announcement that I meant to talk about at the top, and forgot to. Thank you for reminding me. By the way, thank you so much for reminding me because it is important, and we'll talk about that more tomorrow. We'll get everybody's professional podcasting opinion on that as well. So no, that's that. Let me correct you there, Keith. We are still doing reviews. We are absolutely still doing reviews. I'm not saying that TNI is done. No. In fact, our goal is to immediately go into the review following the episode. So not going to do our best to try not to do the whole, 5-10 minute thing. We'll start. That's our goal now, is to start live immediately following the show. And so that you don't have to, you can go straight from wherever you're watching it right into our review. And then, we may not have everybody in the show ready to go, but they'll pop in when they can, when we're live. But that's the goal. Might be a bit of a work in progress, but that's what we talked about earlier today as far as what we want to do going forward. So it blows. Yeah, it blows for all of us, because that's how, like I said, how we built our Twitch family through that, a lot of it, and but hey, we still want everyone to come in for the news and reviews and all the other shows as well. So hopefully you guys can find a way to watch it, pay the 99 cents. You get all the episodes on YouTube if you don't have Access TV or wherever else. It's certainly, I'd say their episodes, their weekly episodic shows are certainly worth that much. So what about BTI? No, we're not going to stream BTI either. They're not going to show that on Twitch. They'll still air it on Access TV, and it'll still be on their YouTube. And but yeah, we're not gonna stream that. It's still their content. So yeah. So that's it for this one. We'll still see you guys tomorrow night, hopefully, over on another little podcast called Total nonstop Impact. Impact talk for Impact fans. Right on the YouTube and on the Twitch. So, Keith says Twitch can go suck giraffe balls. It's not Twitch's fault. Blame Impact. This is their doing. You know, they're obviously doing this for a reason. You know, they're switching gears and they're obviously doing this for a business purpose. So, you know, we love the content on there as much as, you know, we saw for the last 3 years. So, yeah. Please no Jeff Jarrett. Yes, Jeff Jarrett is a free agent. He's been a free agent since April, and then now the news has just been coming out now. He's been doing his podcast. All right. So we're going to get out of here. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Smash that sub button. Ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that more of my content hits your screen. Hit up all the links below. And if you want to tip your favorite podcast at buymeacoffee.com, you can certainly do so there. There's also the merch link in the description as well. Get yourself some brand new STP merch. Get yourself 15% off now at the shop through Saturday, through the 7th. So, really good sale going on there. And the audio portion of Smash This Podcast is over at anchor.fm/Smash This Podcast. There's a support button on there as well. If you listen to audio and you want to help support the show, you could tip the podcast there as well. So many different places. So many places you can help keep the show going, help it grow. So yeah, that's it. Much love, everyone. We'll see y'all tomorrow night on that other little podcast called Total Nonstop Impact. Good night, folks. Take care.